being concerned about taxes, you're also concerned about the national debt. If you extend all the Bush tax cuts, if you were to cut, not eliminate, but cut the corporate tax rate, although that wouldn't produce some economic growth and therefore some increased revenues, there's no question that would add trillions of dollars to the deficit. So the question becomes, what are you going to cut? What are you going to cut in spending? What are you going to cut in entitlements? And I'd ask you to be specific, sir.
Sure. Well, first of all, it's not clear that that would add trillions to the deficit, because I really believe that if we expand the base of the economy, which we could do by selectively lowering some taxes, you have a broader base on which to apply the tax. You know, after 2003, we lowered taxes across the board, and by 2004, revenue to the federal government grew. In the 1980s, Ronald Reagan cut taxes dramatically, and by the end of the decade, revenue coming into the federal government had doubled. So I think it's incredibly important and we focus on maximizing economic growth. That's where we get the job creation that we need. That's where we get revenue for the government. You're right, the real problem is the spending side. I mean, look at what we've done. After almost 50 years in which federal spending averaged about 20% of GDP, Joe Sestak and Nancy Pelosi took federal spending to 25%.